do we travel? Do we not? Is it going to be safe? Is it not going to be safe? We can't live in fear, as we started off at this show. But I think Garrett has been very much on point, and he still is. If you see it, say it. Tell people what you see. You cannot just, and even if you're wrong, if you suspect something is not right, report it. Even if you're wrong, and I'd hate it for someone to say, I think you've got a bomb strapped on you or something, and I would be detained for 3 hours or whatever. But for the safety of everyone else, I could understand. I can understand.
And most of our investigators are trained enough to know, even if you have there's a lot of things to do before they actually detain someone, and so they can pretty well determine pretty quickly. And so the information that you provide is essential. Law enforcement is there, but they can't catch everything. They can't see everything. Right. You're in every area, and you're the best person to tell them what's going on around you and in your community, and even in your mosque, or your wherever you're worshiping. Any of those matters. You should be, and monitor your children.
Please
monitor their internet activity, because I'm telling you, ISIS is very compelling. It's extremely compelling to children online.
And our kids are so vulnerable.
Yes.
They really, we like to think that they're not, that they're smart because they're our kids and they would never fall prey to something like this. But people, they could, and it happens all the time. And especially those kids who maybe are introverted a little bit, the kids who are troubled in some way, they feel bullied, they don't feel accepted. Those kinds of kids fall prey so easily. That's not the only ones that get sucked in. Understand, some of the very intelligent, super duper, model kids will get sucked in, and it's very disturbing, I know, but you have to be vigilant. And that is not just out there, but in your home as well. Let's kind of shift, Garrett, here to Benghazi a moment.
Yeah.
And I hate it for some of these people that won't join us until 4 o'clock, and they're going to miss some of this conversation. And then some of you who can't carry over to the 94.7 FM side at 4. I'm sorry for you guys too. But you can always go back, of course, and listen to the podcast at WFIAFM.com, and I encourage you to do that. Gary has those up almost every day, and I'm going to open the phone lines again, 571-2428, anytime during this show. If you have a question, please call in. Okay, so the Benghazi report is out, but before the Benghazi report even came out really good, the Democrats had already exonerated Hillary. So what kind of message did that send, and were they on? Were the two parties on the same page? Did the report match the exoneration?
Well, there was in the full report, which the only report that is valid basically is the one that has the chairman's signature on it, which, by the way, I have posted on our Twitter account at ElectSelect. I will post it on Facebook after the show, but I've posted two things there. There's a Benghazi report, and then in addition to that, there's a fact sheet that has the Benghazi Committee's investigation by the numbers, and it breaks down all the different pages, the documents, the actual witnesses, and it also tells you how many of these witnesses had never been questioned by Congress about Benghazi before the Select Committee.
And why not?
Well, I think this is really important to look at, because a lot of people said, well, what's the point? You're spending $7 million on this. We've already dealt with this issue. All the answers have been heard. Well, there were 107 witnesses who interviewed before this committee, 81 of which had never been questioned by Congress, the Department of Defense, the Department of State, or the CIA about Benghazi.
One of them. What if one of them could have really told something that no one has known? What if we'll never know?
I know. Exactly.
571-2428, 571-CHAT. When we come back from this break, we'll talk more about this Benghazi report, what it means for the Clinton campaign, what it means for us and our freedoms right here in America. Perhaps you need to know those things, and you might have a question. 571-2428. Don't go away.
WFIA, The Spirit.
Shakes and Scallops, roofing, shutters and gutters, soffit and fascia, vinyl sidings, doors, and yes, windows. Along with their attractive merchandise and professional installation, they also have an incredible peace of mind lifetime warranty. Yep, from the date of installation, Window World will be there to service any defects in material or workmanship. Now that's the kind of people I love to deal with. Call Window World today at 502-671-7777, 671-7777, and visit their website at windowworldlouisville.com.
My name is Rebecca, and I'm a 2010 graduate of Christian Academy. When I changed schools, when I started going to Christian Academy, there was a change in how I thought about school and how I thought about my teachers. My education at Christian Academy has made a huge difference in who I am as a young professional, but also as a believer of Jesus Christ. It's awesome to see how ready I was to encounter the world after going to Christian Academy. I'm so blessed that I had that education. It made college a lot easier. Christian Academy made me a leader, but also taught me how to be a servant. I'm still being mentored by faculty members. They still text me, they still call me, they still keep up with what's going on in my life. And every time someone says, oh, I know somebody who went to Christian Academy and I only have good things to say, that's really encouraging as a graduate. I'm proud to be an alum of Christian Academy. Check them out on the web or call for a tour. I'm glad my parents did.
The real estate market is hot right now. Are you thinking of buying or selling your home in this market? Do you have any questions about preparing your home to sell? Are you even thinking about real estate investing? Do you have questions about financing a piece of property, or should you refinance your current home? Let me assist you in all of your real estate needs. Hire the hardest working real estate agent you'll ever meet, Elizabeth Monarch with Keller Williams Louisville. When the time comes to making that important decision of buying or selling your home, call me. I want to be your realtor. Search for all homes at elizabethmonarchgroup.com. Like me on Facebook. That's Elizabeth Monarch with Keller Williams Louisville at 502-551-1286. ElizabethMonarchGroup.com, the hardest working real estate agent you'll ever meet.
So, we've been saddled with the impossible task of telling you all the things your new WFIA app can do. Ready? Stream at the touch of a button. Go to our webpage, our Facebook, our Twitter. Shop Hourly.club with the touch of a button. Send us emails instantly. Send us voice messages instantly. Call us with one touch. Take an instant poll with one touch. Scroll through and listen to one of our podcasts. Get live feeds from Christian headlines, from daily devotionals, national ministries, and more. But we're out of time. You know, you can get it all free right now from WFIAFM.com. You're listening to Just Ask Joyce on WFIA, The Spirit.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Joyce Oglesby here, Family Life Fix-It Pro. Garrett Civic-King on board, political analyst and strategist. And Garrett, we were talking about, of course, some of these issues of Benghazi surrounding the report that has been out. And you were sharing that, you know, of course, you have the fact sheet and the report up on Elect Select at Twitter. You can go there and get it, and you're going to put it up on Facebook as well. But kind of share with us what we were talking about, the witnesses, of course, that have not been interviewed at all. And we may never know what they know. But tell us what the ramifications of some of the facts outlined here on this report tell us about Secretary of State Clinton.
Well, the issue is, and there's been a lot of controversy. A lot of people thought that the Benghazi Committee was a political attack on Hillary Clinton, and some unfortunate comments by Kevin McCarthy, of course, helped them in that argument a little bit. But the proof in the pudding here is that there was a dereliction of duty starting at the lowest person within the Department of Defense and the Department of State who received the requests for additional security leading up to the attack, and then those who, all the way up to Secretary Clinton. There were many hundreds of people who should be disciplined. Some have been. That's some of the things we found in the report. There are members of the Department of Defense and CIA and State Department who have been disciplined. There are others who are in the process of being disciplined, both internally and then externally through the court. Of course, military discipline through the JAG court is much quicker and much more. The military takes dereliction of duty extremely seriously.
Yes, they do.
And so those issues will be handled a lot quicker than that. Another thing, the statements by former Defense Secretary Leon Panetta, who says that he did make the order to deploy military assets to Benghazi 8 hours prior to the death of